Brian DeFries from West Point, Indiana. He is a beef unit manager at Purdue University and owner of Shawnee Cattle Company. Could you please welcome Mr. Brian DeFries? Now entering the ring will be Class 1 full-blood Simmental heifers. These heifers were born April of 2022.
Good pair of heifers to start this full-blood show with, pair of April heifers. I'm going to start with this heifer here, the deeper sided, big volume, massive heifer. I think she's got a really good foot under her. She really moves out fluidly in comparison to her heifer in second. A really nice long-bodied heifer, a little shallower in her makeup and needs to be a little more structurally correct on both ends. But I think a nice udder development in that heifer, nice little teat placements, and a little more time, she'll be a good cow for this young man.
And first place in class number 1 goes to entry number 1, Little Creek Christian 126K, exhibited by Bailey Carper from Starksville, Mississippi. Second place goes to entry number 2, TNT's Roxanne, exhibited by Jay Smith from Clearmont, Georgia. Congratulations. We are now ready for class number 2. These heifers are born in March of 2022. Entries range from 3, 4, and 5 in class number 2.
this tree. This trio of heifers, we're going to start with what I think is the best balanced heifer of the three. Yeah, she's a little bit shorter sided than the heifer in second, but she just carries out her width and depth all the way through that heifer, remains pretty well balanced, got a good foot under her, and when she gets out and moves, she steps in that track. I just see a good future for this heifer calf we're starting with. Again, I said a longer bodied heifer in second, but she's a shallower bodied heifer. She's not nearly as structurally correct, not near as deep in her flank as the heifer we started with. Heifer completing the class, this young lady, she's done a really good job sticking with her. She doesn't really want to be a show heifer today, but that's going to be a nice heifer for this young lady. She's got some length and some depth, and as she matures, she'll be a good cow.
And placings for class number 2 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 4, Little Creek Kelsey, 110K, exhibited by Hannah Carper from Starksville, Mississippi. Second place goes to entry number 5, Logan Janet, 231K, exhibited by Logan Smith from Rowland, Oklahoma. Third place goes to entry number 3, Faulkner's Cosma, 183K, exhibited by Ashlyn Odell from Williamsburg, Kansas. Congratulations. We're now ready for class number 3.
little variation in type and kind in this class. But I think on these full blood cattle, as well as all Simmentals, in my opinion, is we start at the ground and get these cattle with good feet under them, and then try to get some mobility in them out on the move. We're going to start this class with this heifer. She gives you a tremendous profile, maybe a little bigger frame for some, but what she does is, along with that frame, she's got the depth to go with it. So to me, it really balances her up. She's the longest fronted, highest necked heifer in the class. Just really, to me, an easy class winner. If it becomes a closer decision between 2 and 3, I think I chose to use the heifer in second because of her overall balance. She's got a tremendous amount of mass to that heifer, a lot of muscle, but along with that comes that prohibitive movement, changes her structure, doesn't let her really get out and flow, but you really admire that heifer for the sheer mass that she has. Heifer in third, I think she's just not quite as complete and as balanced as the heifer in second. Still a heifer that's pretty good on her feet and legs. We'd like to maybe clean her up through her front and extend that neck just a little bit. Next, it's close between all three of these heifers coming out. This heifer, another real massive, heavy, muscled heifer, but as you can see, because of all that muscle, it kind of restricts her movement, makes her a little tight wound from behind. Next heifer coming out, real long body type of heifer, a little more fluid maybe in her movement, but not quite the mass that we had ahead of her. The heifer completing the class, going to be a good cow for this young man. She's got lots of depth and volume and capacity. She just lacks the structural correctness to place any higher today.
And placings on Class 3 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 10, CVC Beauty Queen 201K, exhibited by Krissa Raj from Manchester, Michigan. Second place goes to entry number 7, TNT's Shandoah AH, exhibited by Kaylee Wilson from Lula, Georgia. Third place goes to entry number 8, Logana Tara 214K, exhibited by Landon Smith, Rowland, Oklahoma. Fourth place goes to entry number 9, exhibited by Landon Smith. Fifth place goes to entry number 11, exhibited by Emily Odell. Sixth place goes to entry number 6, exhibited by Justin Galloway. Congratulations. Now we'll be selecting our champion junior heifer calf.
Out here selecting our first division champion. You can see we're starting to get, as we get these back out here, what I'm trying to do is get heifers with some balance, with some style, that are mobile, a good feet and legs underneath of them, got ample depth of body to go along with it. We talked about all these heifers. I think there's one that, for me, just kind of excels all the rest in the things that we talked about. That'll be this third place, this third class winner.
And your champion junior heifer goes to entry number 10, CVC Beauty Queen 201K, exhibited by Krista Ranch from Manchester, Michigan. Congratulations.
It becomes a bit closer when we come out, bring this other heifer out here for a reserve. But again, I think you can see again that these heifers all have some balance. They have some eye appeal and some style, and are good on their feet and legs. The one I like best for a reserve would be this heifer right here.
And your reserve champion heifer goes to entry number 4, Little Creek Kelsey 10110K, exhibited by Hannah Carper from Starksville, Mississippi. Congratulations. We are now ready for Class 4 full-blood Simmental heifers that are born in November of 2021. We need entry 12 and 13 in Class 4.
We're going to place these right the way they stand here. Real nice heifer to start this November class with, I think. As you can see, she's really feminine up through her front end, lays in nicely in her shoulder, got good length and depth of body, and moves out on a really sound foot and leg. So easily the class winner, very nicely balanced heifer. Heifer in second, you really admire her length of body, man. She's really, really long. She could be a little bit deeper, and then I think structural correctness puts her in second. Just not as free and easy moving as we'd like to see her.
And first place in class number 4 goes to entry number 12, FGAF Peter 101J, exhibited by Karissa Rash from Manchester, Michigan. Second place goes to entry number 13, FLC Jewel J17, exhibited by Landon Odell from Williamsburg, Kansas. Now entering the ring is Class 5, entries 14, 15, 16, and 17. These heifers were born September through October.
This class is September heifers. Again, we're going to start the class with the best balanced, most structurally correct heifer in the class. Not the biggest frame, not the longest bodied heifer, but a lot of depth, a lot of width to this heifer, and still gets out and moves fairly well. I would like to widen her up from behind on her base as she goes, but she still goes pretty well along with that. Becomes a little closer in between second and third. Big framed, high volume kind of a heifer. Not nearly as structurally sound as the heifer we started with. Not nearly as neat and tidy up through her front end, nor as up-headed as we'd like to see her, the heifer we started with. Close between third and four here. I chose to use the heifer in third, I think, with a little more body depth and more mass to her. More balanced heifer than the heifer in fourth. Heifer in fourth is super long-bodied. She gets a little shallow, high in her flank, a little shorter, choppier strided off her hind legs.
And first place in class number 5 goes to entry number 14, Red Oak Jonah, exhibited by Clay Gardner from Greenville, Alabama. Second place goes to entry number 15, TNT's Maybell, exhibited by Abby Green from Alto, Georgia. Third place in that class goes to entry number 16, MJ401J, exhibited by Hayden Galloway from Attica, Indiana. Fourth place goes to entry number 17, FGAF Miss Blossom 089J, exhibited by Krissa Rash from Manchester, Michigan. Congratulations to those. Now entering the ring will be class 5.
Just a single entry in this August class, but a really long-bodied female, got a tremendous amount of top shape to this heifer, and got some volume to go along with it. We would like to maybe extend her out a little bit in her front end. She's a little bit jammed up, and free her up a little bit from behind, but a really long-bodied, deep-sided kind of a female.
And in first place in class number 5 goes to entry number 18, TNT's Astrid, exhibited by Jada Peppers from Dawnsville, Georgia. Congratulations. Now we will be selecting our champion intermediate heifer. Competing for champion intermediate heifer should be entries number 12, 14, and 18.
For this intermediate championship, I think it's close between the first class winner of this division and the second also. But both heifers are really balanced. Both heifers are real sound and functional kind of females. I think the heifer I'm going to use for this division just excels the other one in terms of her length of front end, her femininity, her overall style and presence. That'll be the winner of this class right here.
And your champion intermediate heifer goes to entry number 12, FGAF Petra 101, exhibited by Krissa Rash from Manchester, Michigan. Congratulations.
in this division. I'm going to keep that pair of heifers that are a lot alike together. This will be your reserve in this division.
And your reserve champion intermediate heifer goes to entry number 14, Red Oak Jonah, exhibited by Clay Gardner from Greenville, Alabama. Congratulations. We are now ready for Class 6 full-blood Simmental heifers born March through April of 2021. We should have entries number 19 and 21 in Class 6.
I'm going to place this class the way they're standing here, starting with the white belted heifer to start the class. I really like the femininity in the front 1/3 of this heifer. Her neck comes right out of the top of her shoulder. That heifer still got a lot of meat and muscle in her and a lot of volume and capacity. I also like the way her teats are spaced apart a little better than the heifer in second. Heifer in second, take nothing away from the sheer mass of this female and how long she is, but I would like to change the teat placement on her a little bit and free her up a little bit on the move. But she's got a tremendous amount of muscle and mass to her, which kind of constricts, which tends to constrict them a little bit.
And in first place in class number 6, full-blood Simmental heifers, goes to E. Evans 84J, exhibited by Haley Ann Lynch from Southwick, Maine. Second place goes to entry number 21, Logan Ice Jada, exhibited by Natalie Brunk from Roland, Oklahoma. Congratulations. We're now ready for class number 7, full-blood Simmental heifers that are born in February of 2021. We need entries 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26, all in class 7.
There's things I like about each one of these heifers, and there's things I don't like about each one of these heifers. And so you kind of got to put everything together. I think the composite heifer in this class, the heifer we're starting with, really good in her shoulder, the way her shoulder lays in there flat, yet adequate in her width and depth. I would like to change her a little bit in her tail head. I'd like to get that leveled up and laid back in her. But when you get these heifers out on the move, easily the most sound, freest moving heifer in the class. Next heifer following her, she does get out and move pretty well, but as you can watch her, she roaches her top a lot. It just takes away from her attractiveness and her balance. And I don't think she's quite as heavy boned heifer as the one we're starting with, but still a good heifer. Next heifer coming out, you really like her overall balance and style. She just gets a little shorter, strided out on the move. Next heifer in the class, a big stout, kind of a feminine looking female, looks like she's going to make a tremendous cow. She just roaches her top quite a little bit. She just roaches her top when she gets out on the move, and just not quite as pretty as the heifers we started with. Completing the class is a good long-bodied heifer with a lot of meat and muscle in her, just a little constricted on her movement to place any higher today.
And placings from Class 7 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 24, SBV Charlene 885J, exhibited by Amberlynn Morris from Martigo, Indiana. Second place goes to entry number 26, SBV Miss Beat 874J, exhibited by Amberlynn Morris from Martigo, Indiana. Third place goes to entry number 25, exhibited by Sarah Rogers. And fourth place goes to entry number 23, Asa Morris Jr. And fifth place goes to entry number 22, exhibited by Maddie McClone. Congratulations. Now entering the ring will be Class 8 full-blood Simmental heifers. This heifer was born on October 9th, 2020.
Really nice single entry in this class, senior yearling. Heifer that's got a nice big foot, probably the most structurally correct foot that we've had out here in any heifers that we've seen today. Takes a nice long stride, got a lot of mass to her, a lot of width from her shoulders on back. But that being said, she's a little bolder in her shoulder, a little shorter in her front, but still a tremendous, massive kind of a female. That could sure stand some more competition.
And in first place in class number 8 goes to entry number 27, TNT's Lady May, exhibited by Jay Smith from Claremont, Georgia. Congratulations. Now we are ready to select your champion senior heifer calf. We should have entries 19, 24, and 27 all competing for your champion senior heifer.
Nice trio of heifers out here for this senior division championship. You've heard me talk about these heifers and talk about their strengths and weaknesses. I think there's an outlier out here that I really like a lot. For me, she just kind of entails and encompasses the things that I've talked about. Real smooth, just looks like a cow. That'll be this young lady's heifer right here.
And your champion senior heifer goes to entry number 19, Evans 84J, exhibited by Haley Ann Lynch from Southwick, Massachusetts. Congratulations.
Gets a bit closer in my mind for this reserve in this division, but I think if you keep in mind the ages of these females and the thing that the frame and the balance and the power and performance of these females, I think there's a heifer in here I think excels the other two for that reserve division. That'll be the second place heifer right here.
And your reserve champion senior heifer goes to entry number 21, Logan Ice Jada, exhibited by Natalie Brunk from Roland, Oklahoma. Congratulations. We are now ready to select your grand champion, full-blood Simmental heifer. Competing for your grand champion, full-blood Simmental heifer are the following. Entry number 10, 12, and 19. All competing for your grand champion, full-blood Simmental heifer. At this time, I would like to thank our judge for today, Mr. Brian DeFries, again for coming out and evaluating your full-blood Simmental heifer show. Let's join me in giving him a round of applause.
Well, before we select this champion full-blood Simmental heifer, let's give all these exhibitors and the parents and the help a big round of applause because it's late in the day and you've stuck around to give these young people a chance to show out here on the green shavings, and you are to be commended for that because that's what it's all about, is just getting out here and showing cattle and developing these young people. Now back to the cattle. I'm pleased when I get these three division champions out here. It may not be exactly what you're looking for in your program, and that's fine. But these are the kind of cattle I like, the kind of cattle I think will propel your full-blood Simmentals forward. You can see they all are long, they all are deep, they're all structurally correct. And then along with that, they have some balance and style and eye appeal, and they look like they're going to be good females. All of them have good feet and legs, and all three of them have good udder structure developing on them. But there's one I simply like the best of the trio. I'll go select that one for your champion.
And your grand champion full-blood Simmental Heifer goes to entry number 19, Evans 84J, exhibited by Haley Ann Lynch from Southwick, Massachusetts. Congratulations. We will now be selecting the reserve grand champion full-blood Simmental Heifer.
While she's getting that heifer in place, I just want to take a moment to thank North American and everyone running the show to invite me to evaluate these cattle. It's always great when you can get down here to Louisville to judge something, and I really, really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks to Luke for being my ring man and keeping me on my toes, and for the American Simmental Association's representation. Thanks to Larry for all the work that he does for getting this thing together. And again, thanks to all these exhibitors. Let's again give them a big round of applause, and I'll go select your reserve.
And your reserve grand champion goes to entry number 12, FGAF Petra 101J, exhibited by Carissa Rash from Manchester, Michigan. Congratulations, and congratulations for a successful purebred Simmental show. We will be selecting your champion bred known heifer. If you have a bred known heifer, we will be selecting a champion bred known heifer. We need entries number 1, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 8, number 9, number 14, and 16, all competing for your grand champion bred known heifer.
Could you read those entries off again?
Yes, we need entries 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, entry number 9, entry number 14, and entry number 16 to all come out to the show ring to compete for bred known champion full-blood Simmental heifer.
Well, the beauty of this is that all these young people out here, you should be proud that these are your bred and owned. That's the part of the business that's the hardest part to do, is take your cow and your heifer and get her bred and produce the product and get them all ready and then come to the show. It's a tremendous testament to your young people and your breed, and let's give everyone a big round of applause for that. There's a heifer in this lineup that I simply like the best. I think she's long and extended and sound and correct, and that'll be this young man's heifer right here.
And your grand champion, bred known, full-blooded Simmental, goes entry number 14, Red Oak Jonah, exhibited by Clay Gardner from Greenville, Alabama. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes your full-blood Simmental heifer show. Congratulations to all. We'll see you tomorrow back here at 8 o'clock.